Welcome back. Tonight, we're diving into the gray area where urban legends meet reality. We're counting down 7 wild urban legends that turned out to be terrifyingly true. Sometimes, peeling back the myth reveals a real event far more disturbing than the story itself. Let's get into the real-life horror behind the legends. The poisoned Halloween candy story is a classic. Razor blades and apples, candy laced with poison. In 1974, Pasadena, Texas, Ronald O'Brien gave his son and other kids cyanide-laced pixie sticks to collect life insurance. Only his son Timothy ate it and died. O'Brien was caught, convicted, and executed. The real monster wasn't a stranger, it was a father. Sometimes the scariest threats come from those closest to us. The CIA secretly dosed citizens with LSD to study mind control. Sounds like fiction, but it was real. Project MK began in the 1950s, with unwitting Americans and Canadians subjected to drug experiments. The program's details emerged in the 1970s after files survived a cover-up and Congress investigated. The legend of government mind control wasn't just a story, it was a taxpayer-funded reality. Truth can be stranger and scarier than any conspiracy theory. The legend of giant alligators in New York's sewers sounds absurd, but in 1935, teens in Harlem actually pulled a live, 7-foot alligator from a manhole. While colonies of sewer gators are fiction, discarded pet alligators have been found in the city's sewers and waterways. Sometimes, the wildest stories have a kernel of truth. Urban legends often start with something real. In the shadowy corners of arcade lore, a name whispers through the digital winds: Polybius. It's a name synonymous with mystery, intrigue, and a touch of the unsettling. The legend paints a picture of a game that did more than entertain. It allegedly caused amnesia, vivid nightmares, and a host of other psychological disturbances in those who dared to play it. The story goes that shadowy figures, men in black suits, were often seen lurking around the Polybius cabinet, purportedly collecting data and monitoring players. Despite the game's supposed impact, no concrete evidence of its existence has ever surfaced. No ROMs, no cabinets, no official records, nothing. However, the legend gained traction from real events. In 1981, reports emerged from Portland, Oregon of arcade-goers experiencing nausea, headaches, and other ailments after prolonged gaming sessions. The intense flashing lights and fast-paced gameplay of many arcade titles were known to cause physical discomfort. Furthermore, it's a documented fact that the FBI did, in fact, monitor arcades during that era, primarily to investigate and crack down on illegal gambling and other illicit activities. The Polybius legend therefore likely grew from a combination of genuine health scares linked to arcade gaming, and the very real documented presence of government agencies in these public spaces. So, while Polybius itself may very well be a work of pure fiction, it's a legend deeply rooted in the real anxieties and cultural paranoia that permeated the 1980s. Ultimately, the tale of Polybius serves as a reminder that sometimes the most enduring legends are born from a potent mix of verifiable facts and collective fear. The story of a hotel guest discovering a body in their mattress sounds like a nightmare, but it's happened. Like in 2003, Kansas City, where a missing man's body was found in a motel bed after guests complained of a foul odor. Similar cases have occurred in other cities. In busy hotels, tragedy can go unnoticed for days. Sometimes the most unsettling legends are true. Haunted house props are supposed to be fake, mere illusions designed to thrill and chill. They're crafted to evoke fear, but with the understanding that it's all in good fun. We expect skeletons to be plastic, cobwebs to be cotton, and ghouls to be actors in masks. But in 1976, a bizarre incident blurred the lines between fantasy and reality. A film crew working on a television show in Long Beach, California, stumbled upon something truly unexpected while scouting locations. What they initially believed to be a waxy, fake dummy, a prop for a funhouse attraction, was actually a mummified human body. The corpse, remarkably preserved, was eventually identified as Elmer McCurdy, an outlaw who met his end in a shootout back in 1911. After his death, his unclaimed body began a strange journey, passed around as a macabre sideshow attraction for decades, traveling from carnival to carnival. Over time, his identity was lost, shrouded in mystery and forgotten by almost everyone. That is, until that shocking discovery in a Long Beach funhouse brought his story back to light. Sometimes the truth behind the prop, the real story it carries, is far more bizarre and unsettling than any fiction we could conjure. It serves as a chilling reminder that even haunted house legends can sometimes have roots in a very real and very strange past. The idea of snuff films, the concept of witnessing real death captured on camera, real murders committed for profit, a truly disturbing and ethically bankrupt enterprise, has long been dismissed by many as nothing more than an urban myth, a dark fantasy. But the emergence of the dark web, with its cloak of anonymity, has unfortunately made it possible for real murder videos to circulate within hidden online communities, like the infamous Luca Magnotta case that shocked the world back in 2012. Beyond individual acts of violence, terrorist organizations and drug cartels' killings have also been posted online, often with gruesome detail, not primarily for financial gain, but rather for the twisted pursuit of notoriety and to spread fear. While the legend of widespread, readily available snuff films is likely exaggerated, the core horror of the concept is undeniably real: actual murders, meticulously filmed and then callously shared across the internet's darkest corners. Sometimes the grim reality we face is even darker and more disturbing than the most terrifying legends we can imagine. These stories prove that the line between myth and reality is thin, and often the truth is the most disturbing part. Our deepest fears are rooted in real events, not just imagination. What other urban legends turned out to be true? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more chilling stories. Stay safe and always check your candy.